this is how I passed my phase 1 of my QT funding $50,000 account in just one trade. And I'm going to be walking you through the trade idea, my technical analysis, my thoughts on it, my journal, basically my A to Z of this entire trade. I'm going to walk you through exactly my thought process and the way how I just executed this trade. I'll even throw in a few extras. I'll show you the dashboard and where I am right now with my funding. And yeah, we'll dive right into it. So we'll start off with the dashboard and the proof, right? So this is, you can see this is your QT funding stage 1 account, 50,000. It's a C trader, completed the minimum trading days. You can see my win ratio, my equity, and yeah, you can see that I have passed the account. And I'll walk you through. So my last trade is $7,000. I basically made the entire drawdown and I made the profit target in just one trade. And I'll tell you how I did it, right? So don't see these 3 trades. So these 3 trades right here are just like I just took a trade with like minimal lots. You can see 0.01, 0.01, and this trade 18 lots, but I opened it by mistake. You can see the duration. I closed it immediately. But so on the 12th of Jan, I have taken one trade right here. So that is a loser. And I have taken on the 4th of Feb, I have taken another trade right here. And that is also a loser. So basically the account was down by 3.1k, right? So the account was down by 3.1k. I have to make back the 3.1k and make the 4k in profit, which now comes to the main part, right? So this is a Friday night gap up opening on gold. And I'll tell you exactly what I was thinking about when I thought about taking this gap up, right? So I bought around 2 a.m. Indian Standard Time. I bought one lot. I bought 1.3 lots. You can see here, right here, right? I bought 1.3 lots of your gold. And my target was to make the entire thing in one trade, because gap up openings can be very profitable and you can just make your target in one trade. So that was my plan. And the SL that I set was for $1,300, basically like 100 pip SL, and my target was about 500-600 pips that I had to get, right? So you can see the proof. So this is my open price of 5085 and my TP was set to 5146, but you can see 5085, right, was my open price. My SL, this SL was my trailing SL, but my SL was 5075, basically like 100 pips SL. And my closing price was 5141. I set a target of 5146, but I was active on Monday morning while I was trying to close the trade as soon as the market opens. And that's when I saw that I already hit my target, so I just sold it off immediately. Coming on to just the way in the charts, the way how the charts were at that time, right? So Saturday night at 2 a.m. is when I executed this trade. And I slept off, basically. Actually, I didn't sleep off since I was in a trade. So like around 3-ish, I checked and market was closed and I was already up 170 pips, right? So what I did is right before the market closed, I set my SL right here in this region. Right here is where I set my SL, my trailing SL. So basically, even if the market comes down, I might have a chance of, if there were no slippages or if there was no gap down opening, then I might have a chance of like the price selling off right there. And so the gap up was just like 100 pips, right? You can see like 5110 till 5120 was just the gap up, but the market moved immediately all the way up in the first 5 minutes itself. And that's all I needed technically. And I was out the moment price hit this region. That was where my TP was set, but I closed before the TP. And my thoughts and logic for this trade is very simple, right? So you had Iran-US war fight, and there was so much news around that time that just trading on Friday was very difficult because every second you had US-Iran possible deals happening, or like possible peace happening, and then suddenly you have US has already deployed a lot, like one of the largest fleets, to the Middle East side, but so since there was a lot of news and a lot of uncertainties, and on top of that, during the New York session on your Friday, you had Trump coming off and saying he is going to put a 10% tariff on every single country after his tariff laws was banned by the Supreme Court of the US, right? So that just says that he is trying to mess up every other country, and along with US dollar being affected a lot. So there was a lot of uncertainty and a lot of important news coming off right before Friday closing. That's what gave me the guaranteed entrance for getting gold buys, and I knew there would be a huge gold buy, and just like that you had the gold buy opening, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it. This trade was a completely fundamental trade, and I'll walk you through the way how I journal this trade, right? You can see that this was I executed on Saturday, like Friday night, Saturday at 2 a.m. You could see gold. My entry was at 5085, my sell was 5075, my TP was 5144. My risk was 2.75%. Lot size was 1.4, and you can see the exit price. And yeah, so this was a purely new / fundamental trade, right? Let's read through what I actually wrote. So you had Trump and Iran having peace talks and having fighters at each place, and there was a lot of positive and negative news right around the close of weekend. So basically a lot of mixed news, which can be either very good or very bad. So I picked my side, that would be negative news. So I bought gold risking around 2.5 in risk, basically trying to salvage the entire account in one trade, and which worked in my favor as soon as the market closed and I saw the expected price hit 500 pips gap up. But that was Saturday, and still Sunday was gap up was confirmed, which was good for me since I opened the trade on 2 a.m. by the same market. So 1 hour later, it was already up around 170, 200 pips. So I set cost to cost SL and held through the weekend, which I saw the opening for 100 pips more. With the opening 10 minutes, saw the price go up very close to my TP, which I manually closed the trade and passed phase 1 onto phase 2 now. And yeah, we can see the screenshot. And it's pretty much the same, right? So that was it. This is the way how I journal my trades, and this is the way how I think through the way how my mind works, etc., etc. And yeah, let me know if you do like this sort of a video of analyzing every single trade, not just the fundamental. Every single trade that I take, I think I will be posting it right here on YouTube, walking through my mind, my journal, and the way how I do my technical analysis of things, right? So that's about it. I'll catch you in the next one.